So what's going on, everybody? If you've seen the first set of Venom customs that I did, you see I failed. And I'm not afraid to say that I failed. It was what it was. And again, I say I tried to do things a certain method instead of just doing art. I think that'll be a message for a lot of people to just realize sometimes you just gotta do art. Sometimes you just gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? We can overthink things. We could try this or try that, or people say you should do this. Sometimes you just gotta trust in your talent and just do things. Go check out Art by Third Sider. He does the custom shirts. I did a pair of sneakers for him. I will be posting those videos too. But he does custom shirts. Anything you want, damn near any color you could think of. You know, maybe not the actual shirt, can't be every color you could think of. He does have a whole lot different color shirts, but the colors you want in your drawing and in your design or whatever, he could damn near any color. So if you got one of them sneakers or something like that, or accessory that's so hard to match, where you hit him up and work him out, and he can try to figure it out for you and come up with something that works for everybody. So hit him up. The link is in the description where you can find him on Instagram, so on and so forth. All right, so when it comes to these, like I said, I had to redeem myself. And I feel I did just that. In this case, what I actually did was take an old beat up pair of sneakers and brought new life into them. Watch the whole video, you know, because again, there might be some things you can learn, or maybe some things you can teach me, and we can feed off each other. Make sure you subscribe, hit the alert bells, and check out the rest of the videos. Please make sure you hit the alert bells, because I want you guys to be the first to see everything that I drop. And again, I've done a lot of sneakers. I have a lot of videos. There are some sneakers I didn't do videos for because I wasn't in a situation to be able to film and paint at that same time, because I really had a deadline. And if that's the case, I can't always film when I have deadlines on sneakers and other art, because I don't just do sneakers, for the record. I do other stuff too. So again, check out the video. Let me know what you think. We're gonna do our best to restore these joints right here and customize them as well. These joints are dusty. These belong to my brother, and we're gonna take the challenge to bring these back to life. Of course, there's a little bit of creasing in there. We gotta try to get that out. These are not to move. So, you know, it's creasing, all that stuff. We gotta get it out there. So we're gonna need our true trees. Scrub them up first, put them in the wash. Give them a day or so to dry out pretty good, maybe a day or less. See these, we can bring these back to life. Let's get to it. Alright, so this is how this sneaker is looking right now after 2 washes. Still got somewhat of a yellowish look to the rubber. I don't have a Salon Care 40. Nor do I have time to sit outside with this for a while to try to get this out. Gotta get some wrinkles here in the toe box, all of that. We're gonna try to get it out with the heat gun, and let's get to work. This area definitely looks a lot better. The crease came out. Problem was that my iron that I have isn't strong enough, and that's normally what you would use. You put a damp cloth over and then iron these areas. But you can also do it with a heat gun. It's just harder to do it with the heat gun because you don't want the heat gun too close to it where it'll burn it. But with the heat gun, I was able to get some stuff out. We just got to keep moving. It is what it is. These are restoration. We knew how bad they looked to begin with, and they're just better. And hopefully, after we actually start putting paint down, you will kind of forget about some of the imperfections on it. So what we did so far was just go over it. 2 coats of white with the black. In terms of that, this is what you want to use if you decide to use do the bottom. Walk on black. And it's meant for the bottom. Here we go. As we already know, we put the dye. Dye did about 3 coats. Then a little hand drawn of Venom on there and a finisher. Up top, it's about 3 coats of white and the hand drawing with the Posca pens of the Venom. And we're gonna go in with a little bit of black paint. We're gonna finish up some of the details. went in there with the blue, lined it up. Again, we're gonna clean some of this up, so it's not a big deal how it's looking right now. As you guys can see, I added a lot more detail. I'm gonna go in there soon with the white highlights on Venom. But just to show you guys what I did a little green on the saliva, went a little purple inside the mouth, a little more saliva around the sneaker. Back in there with some white highlights. Just highlighted a few areas. I didn't want to do too much because I'm probably going to go into a little bit of blue highlights also. But I definitely want to get in on the tongue area, clean up a few things and on the teeth and stuff like that. Also in here, I added a few little white highlights, little details, nothing major, just a little something to add on to it. Same on the top here, as you can see, just a few white highlights. The one I did versus the one I didn't do. So you can see the differences. Just like on this side, just seeing the little subtle differences. See, no highlights, highlights. We'll finish highlighting on this sneaker, and then after that it's about cleaning up the sneaker and catching on these areas with some white. So as y'all can see, this is with one layer of the matte finish. The problem with the Angela's matte finish is that it's still a little shiny. I don't mind shiny, it don't bother me, but not all my projects I want shiny. This is with the matte finish. You can get a duller and throw it in there. It's just kind of weird because like the high gloss is shiny. The matte finish was supposed to not be shiny at all. It's still shiny. You got to add a duller to it. I don't have access to that right now. But I do have a Krylon matte finish spray. Problem with that is I'm nowhere where I can spray that, and because man, that stuff is not what you want to be inhaling. So anyway, as y'all can see, I added a bunch of details. I want to give kind of like the symbiote feel. So here we go. So again, I would recommend if you could go somewhere where there's a ventilated area, you know, I would use the Krylon matte finish. I just hate that smell, and like I said, you can't do it in your house. But I put one coat down of the matte finish right now. I'm gonna put one more, and then that's it. I had painted this tongue, and I put the blue highlight going around. So don't forget to put finish on that too. You have to put finish on that too. Any area you put any sort of paint that you want to put finish on. And I also put a little finish down here again, because all that paint that's on there, that stuff ain't gonna last, especially if it's not protected. So I put something on there to protect it, make it last a little bit. Like I said, I know who, the person this is going to isn't gonna wear this sneaker that often because they have a ridiculous amount of sneakers. People wear the sneaker a lot. This is a bad idea. Alright, so the finish is on. This is the final result. The Venom Custom. Good amount of detail in there. Detail going all around the shoe. Feel like it came out pretty good. Good line working there. Especially knowing that these were fixing a pair of sneakers. These are not brand new sneakers. This is just me redoing a kind of rehabbing a pair of sneakers. Just made it into a custom.